Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to PNG webinar this evening. Welcome to all the founders from around the world, and especially our founders and leaders in PNG. Hello, PNG founders. Mipla misim yupla planti taim gopinis. Displa webinar emblong yupla olgeta. Nabe tanin tok English go long tok pising long yupla. Teng yu true long yupla kam long hia. We're just letting you know that this webinar will be recorded and it will then be posted in all the Telegram PNG groups. So you'll be able to listen to this and get caught up throughout the week. This evening, we're very fortunate to have some wonderful founders and leaders that are with us from around the world, including the very original ONPASSIVE Nation team leaders. And those are Mike, Marty, and Dan, each of whom bring their own insightful way of helping each one of us. Marty's going to start us off as the soul of ONPASSIVE. He helps us navigate and understand what we are part of with this amazing company. Marty, over to you, please.
Robin, thank you very much. And by the way, I will not be speaking Pidgin tonight. Ugh, I have enough problems with English. Anyway, I want to get started. There's a few things that I want to bring up, and I'll probably jump around a little bit, but that's what I do. Anyway, first of all, about 4 years ago, about a week ago or a couple of weeks ago, myself, Mike, and Dan joined this company, and we were looking for a company like ONPASSIVE for me, 15 years. Mike, Dan, 12 to 15 years, so many, many years. And we didn't know what we were looking for at the time because we got in just like everybody else. We want to make a little money for our family, extra income because, you know, I had a lot of kids at home when I wound up on disability, and living off 60% less than what I'm used to wasn't fun. So needless to say, you know my story, most of you, and it wasn't a fun journey. We learned a lot. We learned what bad is, and along comes ONPASSIVE. I was introduced to ONPASSIVE by Peter Rogers and Redfern, and it was pretty simple questions. Can everybody do it? That was very important to myself, Mike, and Dan. They can speak for themselves in a couple of minutes, but for me, it meant more than anything, because what we learned was, yeah, you could build a team. Yeah, you could build a list. Yeah, you could build a group. You could go in any company and build, no problem. But if you can't bring anybody with you, and if they don't have thousands of hours to spend like I did, because I did it full time, they're going to fail. Now, you notice I didn't say there's a percentage chance of failing. There's a good chance you're going to fail. No. Get this straight. You're going to fail. Okay. Now, I know all of you have seen different things. Oh, I can do that. Come out 90 days. You'll get this. You only need one. You only need two. You only need three. Somewhere down the line in any one of these businesses, somebody is going to be going from the same well, trying to get their three and can't. That means that person can't go with you. And if that person can't go with you, they're going to quit. When they quit, the person above them is going to quit. And when that happens, the person above them is going to quit. Eventually, you're going to go right back to the person that invited you to this sparkling thing. It turned into a turd, and now you have nothing. You brought people in, you've wasted money. I understand the desperation, but you've come this far. This goes to everybody in the world. I would say this to every founder. Now's not the time to look left and right. We are on the 1 yard line of a touchdown, of making a goal. We've all gone on this journey. Nobody here has been a founder less than 8 or 9 months. Why? Because the last founder that came in was June 22nd, 2022. Most of you have been with ONPASSIVE Nation 3 to 4 years. Okay, 3 to 4 years. I met David Bucal about 3 or 4 months in. He was a hard guy to chase down, but he finally said yes. And he shared it with his wife, unbelievable. Susan and him and many big founders in the beginning shared, traveled, shared, did whatever they could, and they blew across Papua New Guinea, and many thousands of people came in. As time went on, we all need inspiration. The biggest inspiration for most people in ONPASSIVE, believe it or not, was Papua New Guinea. People would come to Papua New Guinea webinars to get encouraged, because you work hard. Everything you do is not given to you. You have to work at it. And it was seen that you're very hardworking people, very encouraging to me. If I was down and out, I go on a webinar Saturday night for Sunday, and I'm good for the week. Trust me, you are an inspiration to the world. I know that in the last few months, communications have died down, partially my fault. But I want to tell you something tonight that we got to let go. I introduced this business to David Bocal, and David Bocal introduced it to others. His wife worked unbelievable. Nancy worked unbelievable. Veronica, you had the late, what was his name? What was his name, Chris?
Fred Lackey.
Oh, yeah, Fred Lavikia, amazing man. Amazing, out in the jungle, helping people, amazing. But here's what I want to tell you today. For your life and your parents' life and your grandparents' life, when you lay in bed, look up at the ceiling, and you pray to God, you got to give me something better. I need something better. And ONPASSIVE lands on your doorstep. Don't look left or right. There's nothing like it. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your family's time. The reason I worry about people going to these shiny objects, are you going to have the money you need to catch this on fire in the beginning? And if you don't, because you did a shiny object, that's just too bad. I hate to see that. I'm not putting anybody down. I don't walk in your shoes. I don't pretend to. But I can tell you this, they don't work. They are a waste. They will suck you in and you will drown. It may not be on day one. And by the way, first few people are going to make a little money. That's part of the game. It's called baiting. You bait enough people at the top and they go after the people in the bottom. But eventually, the well runs dry. And it runs in reverse. From the bottom to the top, everyone will quit, because it is not a moneymaker. It's a scheme. Schemes don't last. Ashmupara spent millions and millions and hours and sacrifice walking through cow manure, waist deep, to build a company for people in Papua New Guinea, in Africa, in America, North America, South America, Australia, Vietnam, Korea, everywhere. And in this business, I don't care if you work on the corner selling coconut oil. I don't care what you do. This business can set you free. And you say, I don't have the technology. I looked in the back of O Connect the other day. My grandmother could run it. It was made super simple for everyone. And by the way, do you need to know every product to receive a commission? Absolutely not. The richest people in the United States are called Walmart. It's two sisters. They make money every time somebody walks by a cash register in Walmart. Do they shop at Walmart? No. Do they even know what's in their store? Absolutely not. Do they care? No. You own a Walmart, and it's only going to get bigger. Treat it that way. Stop looking at what he did or she did and where'd they go and nobody's here to help me. I will post everything I hear every week into your groups in Telegram. I know where you are. I want you to remember, you came in this world buck naked by yourself. You're going to leave this world buck naked by yourself. Your dream was one you created or your parents prayed for you. It's here. Knock, knock. Don't look around. It's here. Be a little patient. It's coming right now. It's in your face. Do me a favor. Don't look around. Don't jump. Don't think somebody's got something special. There's nothing special. 3 of us on this panel right here built teams of thousands. Thousands. Anything we got into, we could build a team. I don't care what it was. But guess what? They failed. Why? Because they're designed to pick up cash quick, pay 1%, and move on to the next thing. That is MLM. Like it, don't like it, it's fact. Unless somebody in Papua New Guinea is one of the 1%, which I haven't met one yet, then go for it. But guess what? You're going to burn 99% of the people to get where you want to get. That's not Papua New Guinea. That's not the people I met. Stay focused. You're almost there. I want you, listen, if you brought somebody into this business, that is who you're responsible for. If somebody brought you in, don't worry about it. Be friends with them. If they want to help you, great. If they don't, pull up your pants, pull up your dress, and help the people you brought in. That's your responsibility. And my responsibility, and everybody here, is to get you the information you need. And I know the technology's hard, and the higher the technology gets, the harder it's going to get connected. But I also talked to Mr. Mufara, and he will have a lending hand that is kind of a AI thing that he's going to hook up, and it will meet you halfway. It will enhance what you have. Will it make it the best in the world? No. But if you could go a couple of months into ONPASSIVE, you can start buying the best in the world. That's my opinion. So please stay focused. Listen, I love all of you people. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Every time, Chris Johnson started this thing for this gentleman in Africa. The guy has nothing. He's in a building with no roof, 300 kids, and they feed him milk and bread. Milk and bread. They don't have a ceiling. Chris came on and said, I got to help him. He felt it. He mentioned it one time. He's got thousands of dollars. Do you know what Papua New Guinea did? One of the poorest people, not country, your country's wealthy. One of the poorest people in the world got together and gave Chris $700 US dollars.
800 now, Marty.
Or 800.
Papua New Guinea lady called me and donated another $500 on behalf of PNG.
There we go. That's PNG. That's the country we fell in love with. So keep going. I'm here to inspire you to march ahead. Don't criticize. Don't look at what somebody did. Let it go. They know what happened. They're going to find out sooner or later that probably wasn't a good idea. We all make mistakes. Last time I tried to walk on water, I went under my head, okay? Nobody's perfect. Worry about you. It was your dream. It's your company. Worry about you and the people you brought in, and we'll be fine. We will be fine. I'm going to turn it over to Mike Ellis. I'll answer any questions later.
Mike, just before you start, just so that people know who you are one of the original voice of ONPASSIVE, and you've been probably known to people even before they met you on screen. You did all the incredible recordings that they've been listening to for these few years. Please, your insights and what you want to share with everybody tonight.
That it, Robin?
That's it. You're going for it.
Okay. All right. As you can see, Marty he's on fire today. And when I come on and I listen to Marty or some of the other panelists, I can go in 100 different directions from right here. But I want to focus on Papua New Guinea, our brothers and sisters in Papua New Guinea. And, when Marty started the conversation tonight, he talked about Dan and I and himself. And he talked about our journey, and our journey, all three of us, our lifetime journey has been a spiritual journey. And as we got into what we were doing online, which is about the last 15 years, that too has been a spiritual journey. And it's really an amazing story. And someday I'll come on. It takes a little time to tell it, but I think a lot of you could relate to it. as you start to think about what's been happening over time, the last 4 years with ONPASSIVE, it's been amazing how things have just fallen into place. And we're here to kind of tell you where we are today and what's going to be happening in the future. And I want to start, the promise of ONPASSIVE is not dead. It has not changed. As we look at ONPASSIVE was built for you and I. They're going to come in, they're going to help us, they're going to go to work for us, they're going to bring in traffic, they're going to bring in sales, they're going to hit your organization, you're going to get paid. All of that is the same. It has not changed since day one. Now, the language has changed a little bit, but the promise of ONPASSIVE, it has not changed, and it will not change. It will do what it says it was going to do. It will do what Mr. Mufareh has said it will do, what I've said, what Dan has said, what Marty has said over the last 4 years. And today, as you listen to Marty, there is an urgency there. We're at a point when OConnect is going to be released to the world commercially. What does that mean? That means ONPASSIVE is going to start selling product to the worldwide market. And I can tell you, our market is bigger than you can even imagine. And when you think about OConnect or you think about OTracker, just 2 products, literally it would take care of everybody in ONPASSIVE, and that includes. So as we move forward in ONPASSIVE, Mr. Mufareh is going to have some very, very simple things for us to do as he releases OConnect to the world. We're going to have to come in. Eventually, we're going to have to buy OConnect. We're going to have to go into the back office. We're going to have to click the button, become independent resellers. We're going to have to fill out a KYC. There are little things that we're going to have to do. They are not difficult. And I understand if you're in Papua New Guinea and maybe you're in the back country and you don't have the technology to do all this right away. Understand that Papua New Guinea is an army in itself. And I know all the individuals in Papua New Guinea, they will help each other do what needs to be done. And whatever problems come up, whatever issues come up, don't worry about those. They will be solved in time. Believe me, there will be no one left behind. When I hear about people in ONPASSIVE today that have any angst or apprehension that they might be left behind, that they might not be able to do these things, you don't need to worry about that. We are here. We are not going anywhere. We will be here to solve any issues that come along. And Marty talked about Ash and what he's going to do. You don't have to. You don't have to come into ONPASSIVE right now with any kind of anxiety. It's just foolish. You don't need it. ONPASSIVE, again, it has not changed, and you will not be left behind. As we move forward in the next weeks to come, and believe me, things are going to be starting to happen very, very quickly. There are going to be solutions to every little issue that's out there. And like Papua New Guinea, there will be issues everywhere around the world. But as we look at ONPASSIVE, as we look at the army of ONPASSIVE, and believe me, we are an army. We are unstoppable. We're not going to let anybody get left behind. And if you'll come in and you'll take a little bit of responsibility, because in the end, it is your responsibility to do the things that need to be done. Now, do you have to do those things alone? No. Like Marty said, whether it's the individual that brought you in, whether you have a small group that you stay in communication with, those solutions will be put out there, and everybody will have a direction that they need to go, what they can do, and how they can do it. This is not going to be hard. This is not going to be rocket science. So as we think about Papua New Guinea, and that's what we're focused on today. Don't worry about anything. Really, do not worry about anything. The promise of ONPASSIVE hasn't gone anywhere. It's the same as it was 4 years ago, as it is today. And as ONPASSIVE comes out and launches the paid products to the global market, and that money starts to roll in, you will be part of that, period. And Marty was right. ONPASSIVE, whatever your dreams are, whatever ancillary things you've thought about or you're into, ONPASSIVE is the only thing that I know of, and I've been online as long as Marty and Dan, about 15 years now, maybe a little longer than that. There is nothing else out there that can even match, even come close to matching what ONPASSIVE is going to do for people. As we look at ONPASSIVE, and I'd love to get into the numbers, but we don't do that very often anymore. If I did, none of you would sleep tonight. What's going to be happening to you in the future, in the very, very, very near future? I'm talking about in the next few weeks. And as Ash releases OConnect and then right behind it, OTracker, just those two products alone. And by the way, there's so much more coming behind that. It would just blow you away. But just those two products alone are going to put all of us, in my opinion, as Marty says, in a position that we've never been in before. And that includes it. And I don't care who you are. If you were the first person in, the last person in, I don't care who you are, where you are. As you come in, do the things you need to do. Just get ready, because your life is going to change. And that financial freedom, that financial liberty, I believe is going to come into each and everybody's life. And it's different for each of us. But whatever that number is for you, I believe that's going to happen, and I believe it's going to happen fairly quick. I don't think it's going to take months and months and months. I think it's going to happen very, very quickly, and you're going to start to see that abundance roll in, and it's just going to be a really, really good place for everybody to be. So whatever you're thinking about today, if you're a little anxious about ONPASSIVE, not being able to do the things that Mr. Mufareh wants us to do, don't. We have a whole army here. We're here to help, and whatever issues come up, and we'll get into those things as the weeks start to progress. Whatever issues come up, we're going to take care of them, and we're here to help everybody do those things they need to do. And once that happens, and we're actually into the rollout of the commercial use of OConnect and OTracker and so many other O's, it's just going to be a really, really fun time. So get excited about where we are, get rid of the anxiety. Things are going to be okay. And everybody, I believe everybody is going to be in a position in the next few months. It's just going to be a great place to be. So I'll turn it back over to whomever is next. Robin, if you've got the list. Dan's next. Of course, Dan's next.
It's always so wonderful to hear you, Mike, and so easy to listen to you and to understand you. Thank you so much. Dan, the third member of the ONPASSIVE Nation team. You've been called the quiet one, the balancer, the calm one, but you have had a fire ignited from day one as well. Please unmute and give us your insights.
Well, thank you. I know if you talk to Marty and Mike, I don't know if they'd agree that I'm the quiet one, but we get into some pretty good conversations. But at any rate, thank you all for having us here tonight. Gosh, it's exciting. I haven't been to a Papua New Guinea webinar in quite a while, and I apologize for that. But all of you here today in Papua New Guinea are not only an inspiration to the people that you are friends with and that you've brought in as founding members of ONPASSIVE, but you're an inspiration to me too. I mean, I think about all of the obstacles that you've had to overcome, and they've been substantial. I mean, with the lack of communication and the internet challenges that you have, you always have found a way to battle through everything and keep the faith and keep moving forward. So I congratulate you for that. And like I say, you're an inspiration to me too. You have, and you can, and you will have always found ways to keep updated on the information that we have. I know it's been a little bit of a challenge lately, but my challenge, I guess, to everybody here is to change your mindset and make, like Marty was saying, you have to take responsibility for your own business rather than relying on somebody else on your team or some other meeting or whatever. You have to look at this business and say, this is my business. I've got to gain all the knowledge and information that I can from this, and stay confident. and also be patient with this entire process, because it is vital for you to stay patient and confident in this business, as ONPASSIVE has with you. So introducing once we launch some of these more of these products, it's going to be fun, and I want everybody to look at it that way. And I couldn't agree more than with what Marty said, that you might not use all of these products, but you sure will get paid commission on everybody that is a customer under you that buys them. So just stay positive, everybody, and know that we are all here to help you. We all know that ONPASSIVE is continuing to excel beyond our imagination. I mean, it really is amazing, and it's getting very, very close. And it's important for all of us to stay informed and help the person on your team, the person that you brought into the business. If you don't have anybody on your team, then find somebody else to help. But take the challenge of you getting the knowledge and education on everything in your back office. Know it. Just take that challenge, that individual challenge to do that. And just remember that we're always here to help, but you've got to help yourself as well. So, like I said, ONPASSIVE is moving forward at at an unbelievable pace. But what's exciting, if you didn't hear, one of the things that all of the stuff that's going on in Dubai, we are partners with the Dubai government. And the Dubai government has told Ash, and Ash has given related on to us as far as the history of the Dubai government and what they did to develop their oil business, and then they went into real estate, and they had the foresight now for AI, IT technology, that they're establishing a base in Dubai, and we're a partner with a lot of businesses within Dubai, but also with the government of Dubai. It's very, very exciting. So anybody that travels to this amazing country is, it's a very attractive destination for a lot of travelers all over the world, a lot of professional people. So we've got ONPASSIVE working very, very hard for us, and we're going to work very, very hard for you, and you work very, very hard for yourself. So that's the message I have tonight, and I'm just very confident that you can keep it going, and we're here to help. So who am I turning it over to now, Robin? Is it Colin?
And thank you so much. Yep, definitely not quiet. Just as excited as your other two, your partners in all of this. Collins, you're with us tonight. Thank you so much. You work in the industry. You understand at times a lot more of what has been said by the tech teams and what Ash gives us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving us your insights this evening to help P&G further understand what we have.
Yeah, thank you, Robin. Just want to greet everyone here. Yes, just listen to Madi Digamo and all the other leaders here. We just said it all. Like Madi said, you don't really need to know the product, because sometimes founder think like you need to know everything for you to be able to be successful. It's just a lie. I think the only thing you're supposed to know is the OES, because that's where the magic is. Like the marketplace, your wallet, the rest of it, those functions there, because it's not just there for fun. And we understand that, like those who are living in challenging areas where there is really low bandwidth, and like Papua New Guinea. So we understand your internet challenges. But again, you can go behind. For instance, if you have like strong bandwidth, the day, God bless you have it, you log on to the old founder page, and you can read updates, because they're always summary. You have the summary of every meeting, and as Madi said, you can contact Madi, and Madi will update you. And there's a lot of leaders here who can really update you guys. So you don't really need to rely on anybody, because it's your business. ONPASSIVE is your business. I believe the person who introduced me never ever tell me anything. He just said, this is the link, register. I registered. I believe I just asked, what can I do? How do I bring people in? He said, okay, this is how you share your link. And that was it. I went on my own. I think the first video I saw was from Mike Ellis. I watched it and I understand. I said, okay, this is it. And then I went on to the ONPASSIVE.com site, read all the products. I know it will take time. But that said, you just have to take the bull by the horn and then wait patiently, because with IT technology, you don't rush. It's something that you can't rush. It takes time, and it takes time. I know my brother Charles always said it every time, that is something that takes time. You can't rush it, but those who always wait patiently, they always repeat. The benefit of every IT company, there is no way you can go wrong when it comes to IT company. You can't go wrong. It takes time, but when you are in, you'll be successful. So the only thing I will advise the P&G is all those, please don't listen to anyone. Just stay focused. Just read, get information from the right source. Don't listen to, like Maddie said, or someone will discourage you to go to another business, because you will just fail and fail, because they have tried it. I've not tried a lot, but sometimes when I listen to those guys, those who have tried and they fail, I'm just like, my God, it's really terrible out there. So please don't listen, because they'll just rip you off, take your money. But this is the best place to be. ONPASSIVE is the only place you can be. You don't need to even bring anybody, and the system will do it for you. The system is automated, it's built and all done for you. You don't need to do anything. It's just drag and drop, plug and play, and you are good to go. So there is no point. If you live ONPASSIVE, I bet you will not be successful anywhere. If you cannot be successful in ONPASSIVE, there is no way you can do it anywhere, because it's really difficult. Mr. Ashmofara really make things so easy for everyone to be successful. Sometimes my grandaunt always tell us, he said, don't pray for life to be easy, because it will never get easy. But pray that no matter how difficult it is, you should be successful in that difficulties. You pray for success in difficulties. You don't pray for life to be easy. When you always find easy life, then know that you're looking for your own doom. Just wait patiently, because even the scripture said, I waited patiently for the Lord, and he answered my prayer. So all of us here, 1.4 million, your prayers has been answered by being in ONPASSIVE. That's the only thing I would say. Thank you, Robbie.
Well, thank you so much. Big insights again, helping everybody. Charles, if you would like to unmute us, I know you've come to us from the other side of the world again. We appreciate you being with us. And you've always got some interesting things to add to all of this as well. Thank you.
Yes, Robin, thank you very much. Thank you to all the leaders. And when I say all the leaders, I mean everybody here today, including 444 attendees that I see. Guys, you guys are leaders, right? Because you've made it. I know we have way more than 444 founders in Papua New Guinea, right? So those who are here, you certainly are leaders. And therefore, I implore you to carry the torch, right? Because guess what? We all know there's bandwidth issues and things like that. You're not the only ones. I'm currently in Africa, and we have the same problems, right? So it is left to us. ONPASSIVE is giving us, Ash Mofara has given us a vehicle, right? The vehicle to make a change. And that is what we should be doing. So those of you who are here, please reach out to the other founders, help them out, whether they're in your team or not. Like Dan said, it doesn't matter. We are all one big family, okay? So we're not leaving anybody behind, okay? So help each other out, even if it means physically going to them or organizing meetings. I know David has been doing this for a while and other leaders there. So keep doing it. Those of you, I mean, all 444 of you that I see here today, keep doing that. And guess what? Before you know it, especially when our links come out, go get those resellers, get them in as resellers. You know why? Because they too are going to experience financial freedom. And the more people that experience financial freedom in Papua New Guinea, the better off your little country of about 10 million. I know it's about 10 million of you in that country right now. So there's no reason why 1 or 2 million of you guys should not be in ONPASSIVE, either as founders or resellers. There's no reason, or as customers. As a matter of fact, the whole country should be in at least as customers. And then guess what? The problem of bandwidth will be solved once and for all, guys. So it's you now to make that change. And again, like every leader here has said, we are here to help you. We are here for you. We are here with you, okay? And like I always say, ONPASSIVE is the business of the people, for the people, and by the people. It's for you guys in Papua New Guinea, okay? And by you guys. So make use of it, please. And together we're gonna make a change. We're gonna change the world. That is our CEO's dream. And that should be all of us, our dream, to change the world. That's it. I'm so glad to be here today, guys. It's like almost 6 a.m. in the morning where I'm at. I had to get up early. As a matter of fact, I had a little bit of confusion. Okay, I thought it was starting 30 minutes later than I saw, but it's okay. I'm here now, and I'm always going to be here, guys. Good to be here. Thank you. Back to you, Robin.
Charles, thank you so much. The next gentleman who's going to speak, Chris Johnson, is the face and the heart of Obless. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He's helping people even before Obless is officially launched. And P&G, again, a big thank you to you for what you've done to help somebody else in the world. You know what hardship is like, and you stepped up. You've also challenged other countries and other people to do the same. So thank you so much for all that you do. Chris, please unmute yourself. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Robin, and to all my legacies that have spoke before me. I love and appreciate and respect every one of you. And I made a mistake. Papua New Guinea donated. My brain is not really goofy. It's goofy today. They donated over $1,200. The last lady called me and donated $500 from P&G. And of course, I got a little teared up for that one because I didn't expect it. So very proud. And I'm going to tell you, the reason I am the way I am today, I've always been loud. I've always been a little crazy. Some might even say a little bit obnoxious. But I never had the heart that I do now. And I'm going to tell you, I was born. All right. I didn't get born in ONPASSIVE the first day I signed up. I was born when a guy named Marty DeGarmo, who I barely knew, texted me and said, hey, bud, you want to go to P&G? Honest to God, true. What the hell's P&G? My exact words. What is P&G? I don't even know what that is. The truth. Just come on. Come to the link. You'll love it. He sends me the link. I get on there. And I'm sitting there. Okay, Papua New Guinea. Looking at it, Googling it. That's pretty cool. I knew nothing about Papua New Guinea. And then all of a sudden, I seen David Bacau. I seen his late beautiful wife, Suzanne. Absolutely Fred, another one who's passed on, blew me away. And then there was this phenomenal lady that I call my blood sister, Nancy, who completely spun me around, who completely taught me a life lesson in about 10, 15 minutes. And I realized, wow. And then this guy named Ashma Farah had the audacity to come up with Obless, and I thought, I'm in. And then I realized by watching Papua New Guinea, by listening to the stories of the P&G brothers and sisters, my life was pretty darn good. And what I got out of it, what Nancy did to me, I can never truly explain to you how she did it, but it turned me completely inside out. All right. When I watched P&G every Saturday, I went there religiously. And I went there for the same reason Marty was talking about. It humbled me. These people gave me hope. They gave me strength. They showed me the courage, how they don't give up, no matter how bad it is. And some of the stories that Nancy had said, it broke my heart. And all I could do was apologize to Nancy, the women of Papua New Guinea, the men. And I can remember seeing, there was Joe in that car every single week. He always had a little kid. The kid never had clothes on. And Joe always had a pack full of people in his car. All right. I watched two individuals, Fred and Susan. And honest to God, I could say this. They gave everything up to their last breath for ONPASSIVE. Why? Because they believed in it. They've seen things for years in Papua New Guinea, and they wanted to change, and they finally realized that change is going to come through ONPASSIVE. Fred went through the jungles. He took little boats. He had to go to areas where there was a generator, and he had a couple gallons of gas just to get on a webinar to keep the Wi-Fi or the internet going. Susan worked countless hours toward the end of her life in an office, registering people that don't have computers, cell phones. And I've said this 100 times, none of us have any reason to complain about anything when you watch people from Papua New Guinea. And then I realized, because I lived in a secluded world of just work, I didn't really pay attention to what was around or what was in the world. I realized the rest of the world, there's some pretty bad places. Pretty bad places that people are starving, trying to find clean water. And I'm thinking, my God, oh bless. And I stopped thinking about myself. I start working on what can I do to help other people. And then I witnessed a massive amount of people who turned in just like I turned in to, nonstop. Chris, what can I do to help? How do I help P&G? I heard that more from anybody. And I used to say, you know what? I'm going to be straight up honest with you. P&G does not need help. They're capable of doing anything. You need to come to one of their webinars. All right? Bottom line, they just want to know we're there. And I tell you what, P&G, it's been a while. And a lot of it wasn't Marty's fault. Don't let him say that. A lot of it was because the internet was so bad the last 5 or 6 months. I will never, ever in my life forget about what you P&G people made me feel and how I turned into. Because you know what? I've been a pretty good guy most of my life, I would say. You guys improved me. You turned me into the man I should have been 30 years ago. You did that, and I will never let you forget about that. I was blessed because I met you individuals who I now call my brothers and sisters. As Nancy says, blood brother and blood sister for life. And then to find out when Nancy called me and said, hey, I'd like to help with William's school in Africa. And I'd say, Nance, prayers are just as good because they are. When she sent me that money, I fell off my chair. I called the Garmo, said, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. And then today, boom, another lady, Chris, I'd like to make another, Papua New Guinea, and I'd like to make another donation of $500. And I was like, wow, I can't believe this. People that we've been watching, that we've been just looking. Papua New Guinea, you have grown more than anybody in ONPASSIVE. You have overcome every single boundary there is. And you taught every one of us. Listen, anyone that went to a Papua New Guinea webinar, I know you changed. Because at that moment, I'm telling you, the first time you went to a Papua New Guinea, you forgot about yourself. You forgot about your silly problems. Watching P&G people have to dig for their own water. Hopefully it rains enough so they can get some water. When we can walk right over 10 feet to my faucet and get hot or cold water. I lost power a couple of weeks ago for 7 days. It was cold. It was miserable. But guess what? I still had water. I still had toilet facilities. These individuals have houses made of mud, sticks, wood, whatever they could find. This is how they lived. They watched a lot of their things happen at P&G were taken from them. And Nancy stood up and said, enough's enough. We have now a platform that's going to change all our lives. And I remember one webinar I said, Papua New Guinea mothers, fathers, look in your children's eyes right now and tell them, we're going to make the changes needed so you have a better life. Papua New Guinea is going to be recognized throughout the world because I'm going to get it out there even more. The people that don't know Papua New Guinea, The world is going to know. I remember one time they said, we just wanted to see the flag. That flag is flying high in every one of our hearts. All right. Papua New Guinea is going to be when you look from space, Ash says things are going to change. Papua New Guinea, because of the 10,000 people that are founders over there, they're going to make a big change over there. And I am so blessed and so fortunate that because of ONPASSIVE, I got to meet you individuals over there and everyone that's on this panel and the attendees, because you all blow me away. But Papua New Guinea, I will never forget you. I always have a special place in my heart for you. And ONPASSIVE, like you heard what Ash Mafar said, be ready. It is coming. It's here. And I can't wait to see the change you're going to make. Robin Noble, back to you.
Thank you, Chris. Julie, I see you're there. I think you can unmute and speak a few words to PNG, if you would, please.
Thank you so much, Robin. Really appreciate everyone here. I really appreciate the fact that, Marty, you're putting this together to give the update to the Papua New Guinea friends here. Hello, Papua New Guineas. So good to see you. We've missed you very much. And yes, you are still the inspirations to all of us here. Everyone, we are here together, and we are so blessed to have ONPASSIVE in our hand. ONPASSIVE to me is a blessing for all of us. We will be able to do what we want. We have that ability to do that. We have the time to do it. And I'm so glad to be able to sit here and chat with our friends Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea has given so many people around the world the inspirations. Continue to do what you are doing. Stepping forward, we have a business in our hand, the toolbox in our hands for all of us to create such a beautiful business. There's so many times that we are trying to build a career, we are trying to build a business, but yet we have no accessibility, the tools and the availability for us. This opportunity here for all of us to build that career that we always want, to do that, to build that dream, to have that dreams that we always want. And we are here, we're getting so close. All we got to do is connecting our heart and our mind together. We have brilliant minds in ONPASSIVE, and all of us here, we all have that beautiful heart. All we got to do is connect those two, and we will be able to have that power to do what we want in life. That toolbox, that ONPASSIVE, I call it a toolbox because it gives us so many chances, so many opportunity for us to do what we want. And it is here, it is now, it's here. We see it. We see it right in front of us. I honestly tell you, I said this to Chris and Marty and Robin too. I can feel it, I can taste it. And that opportunity that we all wanted to have in our hand, it's already here, it's in our hand. All we gotta do is extend our hand, extend our heart a little bit more, reach out and take it, right? Take it and enjoy it. So that's a message I have here for all of our friends here. And thank you so much for Papua New Guinea friends. You are the inspirations to all of us. And no matter how hard it is in life, you're still get together and you are still doing it. Thank you so much for having this meeting, Marty and Robin. Beautiful hosting this meeting. Thank you so much, everyone. It's good to see everyone here.
Thank you, Julie. I'm going to say a few words in just a moment, but I'd like to ask the leaders, please, the PNG leaders, if you would raise your hands, because we're going to bring you on next. And also, I'd like you to please consider if one of you would be able to do a short summary of what's being said this evening, or just to let your PNG founders know that this will be translated in and also added to all the Telegram groups. If you would say that to them in Pidgin, it would be a huge help. So I'm asking now for the founders and leaders in PNG, if you would like to put your hands up to come on and speak. And I'm just going to say a couple of words and then we'll be turning the mics over to you as well. This has been a wonderful, insightful evening, and PNG, you are so special to us. You have come from a part of the world that very few people knew prior to ONPASSIVE. Many of you know that I was very fortunate that I've actually visited your beautiful country. I've met so many people from PNG through the travels that I was involved in. And so I have got this beautiful vision of not only your country, your smiles, your hearts, because of the industry and travel that I was in and what you did to my customers and how you helped my clients see another part of this beautiful world. We don't all understand the circumstances and the conditions under which you live. And things since my visits there, I know have worsened. So again, this is something that we're looking forward to working together in ONPASSIVE to make better for you in PNG, but also around the world to the other countries and even the affluent countries, because they've got goals to help other people as well. However you came into ONPASSIVE, and I'm speaking to the founders now in PNG, however you came in, whoever brought you in, you are all one PNG nation, and you are all founders together. You are all founders in ONPASSIVE, and you are also all leaders. And this has been said before this evening, and this was said by other people tonight as well. Each and every one of you, whether you have a team, whether you have a friend, whether you have somebody in the next village whom you know and who you are helping, you are considered a leader. You don't need to be titled, labeled leader to be in such a spot, in such a position. That's who you are because you're part of ONPASSIVE. So please recognize that, acknowledge it, and support that with each other and help each other because of who you are. Your wonderful culture is just that. Many of us came into ONPASSIVE through friends and through people who knew what we were going through at the time. And that included not being successful in other businesses that we might have been trying to achieve and do things in, or in other aspects that we couldn't and were not able to do something else and make the means, the ends meet that was needed to help our families, to help ourselves and each other. So that's a reason that we all stand together in ONPASSIVE and support each other. Please don't let shiny objects or anybody else persuade you otherwise, especially at this point. We are so close. We've come this far together. You'll have your options, your choices to do whatever you want to afterwards, but stay together. Don't misspend your monies right now, because to be able to pay and get in to activate and open your accounts with ONPASSIVE, which is a successful, knowing, true business that's going to be there for all of us, if you wait a week, a month, 6 months before you join, the momentum that's being built up for us behind closed doors that we don't even know the largeness of at the moment will be missed. And what a waste, what a sadness in my heart for all of you. Please stay with us. Please stay on target with us. It's not much longer. And lastly, to put things into a perspective that many will understand, because this is what I saw in your culture. You have markets. Many of you grow things, many of you create things, you make things, you cook things, and you sell these items in the marketplace. ONPASSIVE is as simple as this. It is a marketplace that you will have customers coming to and purchasing from through your efforts and through the efforts of the company, and you will then be paid a commission. It really is as simple as if you were in a marketplace selling your wares. You have to pay somebody to the market owner to be able to have your booth there or to have your stand there. And that's what this is all about with ONPASSIVE. And then you sell your beautiful fabrics, your beautiful cooking, your weaving, your jewelry, your coconut oils, your oils. You'll be able to do all of that as well. But that's as simple as what ONPASSIVE is for you. Don't let anybody make it any more complicated for you. And then if you have others who've joined you in this and you have built a team and you've got people in other villages, it's the same sort of thing. You would be earning a commission from their sales because they're selling your products. So please keep it in perspective. Don't be frightened of ONPASSIVE, and know that we're all around the world rooting for you, working together, holding your hands. And we are doing this together, and we are moving forward together. The past is the past. Let's start from this moment onwards. We're going through that door together. Thank you so much for letting me speak, everybody. And now I'm going to ask David to please unmute yourself. We're so thrilled to see our leaders and our founders in ONPASSIVE PNG who've come. We've got 463 who've joined us from PNG and around the world. David, Veronica, Nancy, we just love you to bits. We've missed you. Please, David, it's yours.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you for being the host, and I just want to welcome all of you, my brothers here, and my sisters. Oh, my big brother, Mati Digamo. Yes, it's 4 years, it's 4 years. Mike Ellis, Dan Street. When I was looking for a business, I agree with Mike. It's a spiritual journey. It was a spiritual journey that led me on. And as soon as I found a business, I just went in there. Somehow it landed me in that page, and I saw this name there, the Leverage Kings. And I was wondering who the Leverage Kings were. And the name Leverage resonated because, being in the MLM business, I said, this could be an MLM, three guys doing MLM business. So I asked, and then Marty sent me the link. And when I went in and I saw the business, I just heard Ash speak, shared his vision, and that's it. I got hooked. It's a spiritual thing. It just connected us. And from there, that was like in February in 2019. And it's 4 years now, yes. And by September, I got registered. I was hanging there because Mike had his videos that kept on updating and giving the progress on what the company was doing and starting to develop. It was nothing at that time in February, but when he started to do his videos and keep sending it, it showed the progress of where the company was heading to. And Ash came on and he talked, and it just like connected me. I didn't have anything else to do. I came home and I told my wife, Suzanne, I found this business. And she just said, go for it. She connected, so we just started to share the business, and that's it. That's history now. But the thing that held us together as Papua New Guineans, there was a lot of opportunities that came in, like MLM business, yes, in the country. People would have left if 4 years nobody's paid, and they would have left. But what that has kept all of us together is the vision. Ash's vision, we connected with that vision, and the heart of Ash has this humanistic heart that kept us all together. And also we have this amazing family, our global family. You are there all the time. You share with us, you update us, you strengthen us, you give us the knowledge, and that has held us together like this. And we are still together here as a family. So we are coming to the place where the gates will be open, the apples will start falling, and I can't say much. I'm just so excited. I'm also humbled. I have a lot of great leaders here. We worked together and we stood together. We kept everybody intact. And I want to encourage our Papua New Guineans. ONPASSIVE is a very simple business. Ash has made it very simple. As Marty has said, Dan has repeated, Mike has said it, Collins and Charles, everyone has said it, Julie. ONPASSIVE, even though it's a technology business, but it's very simple. Robin put it very clearly. Yumi ol mama lo market ya, yumi say go kisim. Or something come na yumi salim, na yumi buy lilik space lo market, na yumi pay papa lo market lo lilik money, na yumi sida na yumi salim. All one product yumi like salim, tasol. Lo ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE and yumi come registration do yumi disla $97 ya. And put yumi go inside finish lo disla platform. Now you mean not pay one more or something more. You mean by paying this activation fee as well as talking by refund him this money 100% come back and know you. So time you look him, you pay him $97 as well. 400 kina blue ya. Now one of kind business you make you may own him supermarket, you think him supermarket. You go inside a Stop and Shop or Vision City, you stop inside a supermarket and all get a product is stop inside. All the product stop inside. Now you one and product all buy inside, you back sim pay because same supermarket blow you. ONPASSIVE and supermarket blow you. So I just want to encourage all our Papua New Guineans, stay put, do not be moved. We are going on. And thank you, Chris, your heart, you carry our heart with you. We want to be with you. We want to support you in everything that you do with on Oblast. So I don't have much to say. I'll turn it over back to you, Robin, and my leaders there, Veronica and Nancy. They came on and they just took on the baton and they ran with it. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, David. David, would you like to continue and say something to sum up with a summary of what we've said this evening, or would you prefer to have one of your other Nancy or Veronica Iman to say something in Pidgin? What would you prefer?
That's okay. Nancy or Veronica can
All
summarize
right.
that.
So I will hand the microphone over to you, Nancy. If you would like to unmute yourself, you've always been a very, very strong, powerful lady in PNG. We love you dearly. We've missed you. And
good afternoon, everyone. Good to have you all here in PNG. Welcome, first of all, to our godfather, Mr. Mati Digamo. Always love you, honor you, and thank you so much for everything that you always do for us. You always got our back, and we appreciate you so much. And now your brothers are here, Mike Ellis, Dan Street. I mean, what can we say? We have people always at our back, always supporting us in so many ways. So I want to say, and welcome to my beloved, I always call him my beloved, Mr. Chris Johnson, Heart of Gold. We didn't know that we were going to impact Chris. You know, we're just passionate about our nation, just telling our stories and see what has happened. Chris has gone out to the world and his voice carried so much passion, so much love, and it just resonates throughout the ONPASSIVE world and throughout the world. And Chris, we love you so much. You know, you are PNG blood, forever PNG blood. That's why when we heard about the Oblast and the giving to Africa, I posted in the group and I said, I wanted to donate $50. And I'm just gonna make it open in case, you know, 1 or 2 people would want to come along and give something, because right now I told them too that right now in the country is a very, very difficult time because the economy is really affected, has been really affected. You know, it's really crazy. Some months ago, we have one of our biggest hotel putting out job vacancy. And it was only about 30 job vacancy positions, and thousands upon thousands lined up to get a job. And I'm talking thousands. It was crazy. People had to take it into the social media and show the world. And I cried for 2 days. I said, God, what's happening? It has never happened in my country before. We never had thousands standing in line to get 30 positions, get a job. You know, just put a basic rice and a tin of fish on the table for our people. So when I saw Chris made mention about Africa and he showed the videos, I said, I'm gonna give in the dry season. I'm gonna give for the sake of my nation. It may seem hard and tough and difficult right now. You know, criminal activities are on the rise. The province that I come from, every day They're killing people just so they can rob a $20, $20. Just imagine, just to have $20, they're killing somebody. They're going in groups of 30 to 40 men, and they're going into houses. It's crazy right now, but I said, I'm going to give. We're going to give against the tide of evil. We're going to press through. We're not going to sit down and cry. We're going to press through. We're going to see something happen for our nation. So I said, Chris, I am going to give. I'm going to get my founders. We're going to give. So our giving is not by the few, it's the entire ONPASSIVE family, PNG. I said, if our giving can trigger something in the realm of the spirit, because I heard Marty and Dan and Chris, it's a spiritual journey, and it truly has been a spiritual journey for us in PNG. For me, I personally, for one, it's been a spiritual journey because I was in prayer and fasting for 40 days. When I came out of this prayer time, ONPASSIVE, the notification of ONPASSIVE appeared in my Facebook. I do not know ONPASSIVE. I did not know ONPASSIVE. Nobody told me about ONPASSIVE. I don't know where and how it came into the notification I got from Facebook. And I said, when I entered into it for 2 months, I did my research. I was listening to Mike. Mike, thank you for your consistency. Thank you for your faithfulness. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nancy.
I hold on to that and I said, I am in. So I got my family first. I said, my family first. All my spiritual sons and daughters first. Get into the ark. You know nothing. I made the research. 2 months I stayed there. And then I found, is there anybody in PNG? And I heard about my dad, Mr. Bakau, and my mother. I called him and I said, Dad, I saw that you're on a very high tree in my country, the coconut tree. I said, you're on the roof, on the very top of that coconut tree. Your name is somewhere there. I heard it. What is up with you? What's going on? He said, stop talking, shut up, just get in. You are doing God's work and you want to do all this stuff you are doing with your husband. This is it. I said, Daddy, no, just send me what do I do? How do I go about? And the rest is history today. We are here, and our giving is for our nation. I told Chris, I said, it's a small amount. It's a small amount, but the impact is going to be lasting for generations to come. The impact is going to be for a long, long time as the world lives, as the heavens and the earth remains, harvest time and seed time. And I told Chris, I said, Chris, I see there's a building up of the rain clouds, and ONPASSIVE is that rainy cloud is building up. Soonish, there's going to be a mighty rain. This rain is for the rain of the harvest. PNG founders and families and my nation is going to be part of this great blessing. Thank you so much to all of you standing with us. Thank you so much to Mr. Eshmufera. I want to say something today that was in my mind as I was thinking about today's webinar. I'm so thankful, our godfather, Mr. Marty Digamo, for bringing this webinar today, because there is a need. Our founders, it's very hard. That's why some of our founders are going into other business opportunities, because it's just too hard to put food on the table right now. It's really hard. Prices of goods and services have gone up. That's why whatever opportunity they see that they can make a little money, they're going in. But I said, I was approached to, I said, no way. I want to tell a little story. When I married my husband now, Mr. Arnold Yangawi, or rather Pastor Arnold Yangawi, he was nobody, he was nothing. He did not even have a bank account. Only me, I have an account, because I used to do table markets and all that. When I married him, he didn't have much. He just provided me love and just basic things we have. And I married him not because he was somebody powerful or whatever. I just married him because I just love him. I just fall in love with the guy. I mean, how can you stop, love when love is in the end everywhere? So I did not see everything. When I married him, there was nothing. We came along, and then I started seeing some blessings coming, and I said, wow, this is good. And then I saw him buying me a land and build a house in the province where I was before I came to Port Moresby. And he built me a 4-bedroom, almost 6-bedroom house. I was like, wow, this is something. It made me fall in love with him more and more. And I did not have a regret. And when we came to Port Moresby, this is like glorious to be with this man. So I'm like, there's no need to look elsewhere. There's no need for sightseeing. There's no need to check and worry and doubt. The moral of the story I want to give to us is, when I joined ONPASSIVE, I came in with nothing. 400 kina or $97 is nothing, is zero. I did not put anything. I just love ONPASSIVE. I just love the vision, because I was already supporting people and families and unfortunate men and women and children and every, Tom, Dick, and Harry. And I came into ONPASSIVE and there was nothing. I had Mr. Mufara on his platform. He was sharing about the recipe of a perfect business. That was enough for me. I did not understand technology, so it did not bother me. And as I stayed on, I saw new things coming up. I saw the back offices change from Go founder to O founders. We saw Hyderabad. All of a sudden, we saw Dubai. I mean, I was like, whew, I did not sweat my gut out. I did not do anything for the company. All I did was, I just love it. And I just tell some people, hey, come, just come inside. Because I did the research already, just come in. That's all I did. I did not do what Mr. Mufara and his team has done. And now we have come this far. I mean, why would you sightseeing? Why would you look around? Cannot you see what is given to us? Papua New Guinea, PNG, can you not see what is at our hand? The gold has been given for generations to come. A company with a legacy for generations and generations. You and I did not build ONPASSIVE. We were not asked to contribute any more money. Unlike other MLMs that we were before, other companies and opportunities, they'll press on you and say, come on, you need to contribute, you need to pay your monthly activation fee. Did you ever get that from ONPASSIVE? Zero. So why would you look around when you came with nothing and now you have something that is of higher value currently on the market right now? Listen, Mr. Mufara made a statement in one of his webinars round about middle 2021. He said this: the moment you activate is the moment, when you activate your subscription fee is the moment you're gonna see dollars in your wallet. Did you think Mr. Mufara is lying? I believe that word in day one. Look at what he has built for us. Look at the connections, getting people of high caliber, men and women who understand this time and season and what needs to happen in the world in order to impact humanity. Did you pay for it? Did you pay their salary? Did you ever in one time call Mr. Mufara and say, I want to give this, so please pay your workers? Did you ever contributed? Nothing, zero. This man single-handedly building something for your life, your future, and your generation. Your legacy is locked inside this company. Before the company, in the heart of Mr. Mufara, in his mind, did you ever dream that you will come this far? That's why when they asked me, I said, the times are hard and tough, but I will not go anywhere. I will not invest in any other thing. Somebody is paying the price for me and my family. I did not ask him to do it. I did not request for him to do it. He saw the future, and God has to put somebody, my destiny helper. Thank you, Mr. Mufara, to build this legacy for me so I can walk into that legacy and save my nation, my people in the nations of the world. That's why our giving has started to Africa. Next giving, Chris, we're going to beat what we have given. Sorry, I'm supposed to explain this thing in Pidgin, but this thing has been cooking up in me. I'm like so excited. Can I say something? Let me speak in Pidgin. Thank you. Papua New Guinea. Country, you may come, Arim founders. Am I right? Want him something, you walk like join him now, you walk like looking coins he come. You easier. Walking me see. Walking kind of undercover number now you may stop. Hard plat time. That's all suppose you lead a man, now you lead a Mary. Now you walk in this like walk. Me talking you finish, you stop. You stop him. You leader, now you walk in this like you must stop. Larry Molly legal founders blame me. Larry Molly walk him. Time him hard, yeah. Time am difficult. At least all that rice not 10 pieces. Again, you may wait him. They plus something back come up. Okay, you may back go inside. Now, leader Mary tambu through. You may no can. Arim, boss man blow you me. I'm walking people something lo you me. I'm walking people something. You blow looking, mama I'm losing you me, mama Susan. Father, I am stop. Tight him bone. Bell blow and brook to ya. How them come outside number give him. Time me looking, papa I'm giving me. Instead, me a bell baby frustrated the papa me feeling awesome. How many helping them to can give him on top to? I mean, me looking very, me feeling awesome how but me can come in. Now me talking Christos them. This like giving him me blood. I must play another calling number. Put him on name look country. Country you may come here. Country you may give him here. Country tomorrow you may look at sanam na forward na prosperity of the nation by you me. O sem na harim good na harim good. Now welcome talk ya no can guria. You no can guria na no can kalap. And Mr. Mufara am talk sem this la moon lo matcha any time after lo this la webinar ya. You na me ready to activate lo connect. Legally coins you kisikalo one em road lo market or one inside you know you work lo join him lo em save him lo activate. No can come up with some line, me look at posting on Facebook na so him office blong na so him money, no can make it a nonsense. Long blow you to so labor and terminate him account blow you inside loan passive. You clear? You harim good na harim good. Long blow you by finishing you loan passive. No can not man by finishing you, only that by you na report him you. Long blow you yet. You play foul na you not smart. You yet by forfeit him. This like golden opportunity. Harim. Country blow you me got gold. Our land has gold. Gold, I tell you, the world has not seen the gold of Papua New Guinea yet. ONPASSIVE is that gold in the virtual world, in the internet world. But gold through blow ground here. I'm stop it, lo country blow me so. No can make him nonsense blow you. No can make him foul move. You may stop in his lo time blow activate. This la monia match here. Match day by you may kiss him. Activation blame me so no can make him anything silly. Now you by forfeit him. Blessing blow you inside loan passive. No can forfeit him. Destiny blow you inside loan passive. Sanap strong la one map you miss sanap. Harim talk blow your leaders. Harim talk blow Mr. Baka, Miss Veronica. No gonna narpla leaders you me talk. Harim talk na cooperate. Na harim good. Now Martina Robin Tutu blow stop finish lo group blow you me. No can make him all sense blow you. Kama po se man, kama po se Mary, talk one time, ting before you talk. Because you me, now you come na you me harim leaders si talk ya. You me harim Mati, Mike, Dan, Charles Osong, Julie, Robin, all Chris, all mania, Papua New Guinea, I'm say, give him kick long all. Also I feel him kick the bund long all. Meet na blood long all, I'm say, boy, at time also come lo country blow you me. Na impact ya you make him ya emi no alter sol to even go lo bossman blow me to see of lo country. Na mi sa put him in Papua New Guinea number 1 because lo way blow you me like him blow me seriousness blow me na fight blow me lo look country blow me senis. You me join him on passive you know because lo you me 1-1. You me join him on passive lo look country blow me senis. So me talk thank you lo blogger founders. When it's until you make him please make him one time think got wisdom. Understanding want them Actually want them wisdom, understanding, na respect. Golo Mr. Ash Mufarausa to work hard lo you. And work hard lo you, yeah. And work hard to build him legacy lo you. So respect and must stop. Respect him or leaders lo you me harim talk behind him. Not gonna make anything foolish. Stop straight by me go. I'm close to time by me activate. So thank you very much, our leaders, and thank you all for coming. Thank you, world. We love you all. I love you all. Back to you, Miss Robin. Thank you.
Nancy, you are amazing. Thank you so much. Veronica, will you speak after Nancy?
Thank you, Robin.
It's nice to see you and your beautiful big smile as well. We've missed you.
Thank you. I think we all miss you all. It's been a while since we all got together. But thank you, and thank you for being our host this afternoon too. Marty, thank you. We're always here in our hearts. Thank you. I'd like to also say thank you to Mike Ellis. When we first started, I think most of us, we depended on Mike Ellis's explanations about what ONPASSIVE was, and that carried us through. It was a bit later, then we started having people like Collins and Charles who came on, and then the thing got bigger and better, and we all got onto this journey. But thank you, Chris Johnson, Dan Street, Julie. We're all one big part of this. We're all part of this one big family. I'd like to say thank you to all our PNG founders, and especially to David, my formidable brother and leader, as I always say. You stop, Naomi, come. Thank you. Nancy is always when she comes on, it's a volcano. She always erupts and everybody gets affected by it. So thank you, powerful sister of mine. I'm gonna talk and you karma pinis. So I'm not going to repeat anything that David and Nancy have said. What I would like to say is to our founders, we've come right to the edge. You may come Arapinis na Baimi crossover now. Yesterday, I got a text from one of our leaders. He sent a text to me. He had his own reasons why he wanted to, why he had those thoughts when he sent to me. But I think it was very appropriate because he said, 4 years feels like 40 years. He drew the parallel between us and the Israelites and said, 40 years in the desert, 4 years of waiting. It was a long, hard wait, but we are now at the Jordan and we're about to cross over. His challenge was, he said, my sister, tell everyone to change. Whatever plans you had, whatever dreams you had, he said, change. He issued a challenge for every one of us to change, and I take it on board. Ash Mufara has done everything that we would dream of. In our lifetime, we would never have an opportunity like this. I, for one, never thought I would have this. I'd lived most of my life working a salary job, clocking in, clocking out, just like every other lawyer. And if you want to make your millions, you had to cut deals on the side, and I couldn't do that because that's just not me. And there was no way I could become, I could make my millions doing that because it was not possible. But when I left my job in 2019, and I was looking for an opportunity, our late brother Fred Lavaki introduced ONPASSIVE to me. And then he put me on to David, and he said, I don't know if you know David Bakau, but he's the one who brought ONPASSIVE into PNG. And I said, oh yeah, I definitely know David. And so I got in touch with David, and the rest is history. The news went out, we shared, we traveled, we had many meetings, we had lots of ups and downs, but here we are. And everyone is set, and we've all heard from the corporate webinar. March is when we go to market. We've come to the end of the road, and we're on the threshold. We're going to cross over. A new journey begins for all of us. In PNG, we have a lot of challenges, but then that's similar to all other countries and other peoples around the world. Ours are unique to us, and we have our challenges, and everybody knows. Ash has always said, you know, have your dreams, And then he'd come back and say, expand those dreams and make them bigger. Remember how one day he came in with a calculator and then he went back and grabbed another 2 or 3? Those were just symbolic actions, but he was telling us, you know, whatever you had, you need to enlarge it. It's going to be bigger than you. And we are right here, and I am so excited. For me, from the day I started and I became a founder in ONPASSIVE, I never looked back. I've been in this, I've committed my life to founders and to the work that we've done. I'm very satisfied. The hard work has been done for us. And I thank God for Ash Mufara and for our team in Hyderabad. We've got an incredible team in Dubai who are now leading the marketing and branding campaign. So Papua New Guinea, Nokanwari suppose you know sour product, Colin stock pinis. You don't need lo sour logo or something. You need lo sour lo product M1M now, Emba make it 1M, that's all. You don't need to know the technical part of it. How Emba apply, you just stop on them, the rest of the team now. Talk. Working payment lo product, you work in payment. You sign in paper lo come up reseller, you sign in tasol. Trust the process because they've got it all covered. Planti blomipla all stop lo tutak yet. So Tamipla finish them this webinar na yumi go number. Share him this news go all keta. Hard work him work him Lily. Hard work online want him Ash work him and big plot to mass. Usai businessman inside the Papua New Guinea in that game is like an opportunity to you. No got true. Then you become lo arre blong pinisia. You asking lo blessing stop where I'm start pinis lo and you. So what are you going to do about it? Suppose you know got thinking lo okay 1 plus something, now you must change him thinking lo you. Because you work lo thinking planting. Now you work lo thinking also. Oh, I'm come na bami look him. I'm come up pinisia. Put him some time, go outside. Sit down na thinking good. Think to good na something or so but you got delete the solo. Scale him like family. Now you thinking me gonna make you want something. Yes, you may not got money, you may not got me make him kind and talk or sema. Something through you may got money, you may got ground. Got all something or plant your line on Arapla Hapol on got long. And then see leading this law bless contribution you gonna also appreciate. I'm sorry one, I'm sorry I'm hard playing me. You will line give him yeah. Give him na scale him na share him on another plan. I'm lifestyle playing me. You will legally come back inside and still by you give him. Now I talk or say me by giving planty so by you bless me. I'm like a 1 million mother trees. You may got 1.4 million penis. You start inside of this lap 10 long I share. Papa God bless you, me all get us so. One is something you walk him now, you know, thinking planty long and now you scale him now, you straight him yet. You straight him yet, straight him account play it, talk low line playing it. Me got planty line with me na talk long and maybe go back and talk long. Let's re-energize, get back together, regroup, and charge forward because it's happening and we are right here. So thank you, Robin. I'll pass it back to you because I know a lot of Papua New Guineans want to have a word on this webinar. So thank you. Now, thank you to Masli Plongeta.
Thank you so much, Veronica. Margaret, if you would like to unmute, please. Just so that you know, everybody, we have about 1 hour left. And we're going to be asking people to shorten their comments a little bit now so that as hands raise, we will start to bring people in. And we will start with the other founders from PNG. Anybody who would like to say something, please raise your hands. And then we will go to the global founders if they would like to contribute and say something on this webinar as well. So right now, if Margaret, you would like to say something, please unmute yourself. And I think we'll come back to Margaret. Iman, if you'd like to unmute yourself, I know you've been patiently waiting and I know you've got internet challenges. We'll see if we can bring Margaret on after you. Please unmute yourself.
Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. I think I have a internet connection problem. That's why you can see my screen is like it's going up and down. But anyway,
Might
thank
be,
you.
if you prefer to do, Emma, if you prefer to take your video off and just do the audio, it might strengthen your connection as well.
Okay, I'll do that. Better, right?
There you go. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, our international leaders, for always supporting us, especially Mati Digamo, Chris Johnson, Michael, Charles Osong, Collins, and every one of you. Thank you very much. We appreciate you always coming here and support us, like giving us inspiration and updates on what is happening, to give us strength and energy to still pursue on our journey with ONPASSIVE. I will just say something in Pidgin. I don't have much to say here, but I just want to say thank you to all of you international brand ambassadors for joining our PNG ONPASSIVE meeting this afternoon. I'll just say something in Pidgin to our founders, and yeah, that's it. Okay, PNG founders, good afternoon. Mitok sorry straight, mi pano binoli molto kusin meeting lo mi bla lo selama week kame. You plus our long situation a problem. Minona uplo to planti lo dila. First of all, me la to thank you to lo usa to line sana backside lo Nancy. One time Chris Johnson lo make him donation. Lo disla appeal lo Chris Johnson. Me to thank you straight long Yupla. One time Yupla got good la bell na good la na Yupla make him disla. It's a big thank you straight. Secondly, despite the internet connection issues, you got all triple communication network company inside Papua New Guinea, but due long internet connection, you may submissimal meetings to you now good update. So you said you stop this meeting now. You are in one of something you sharing good go long all founders do me usati not attend the meeting now. So long time talk maybe like a triple communication network company inside long PNG. So you close in digital play up, you try using B-Mobile. B-Mobile play up, you try using Vodafone. Vodafone, Central Province, Vodafone, no go reach more. But you must try best for you. You must upload this kind time now where you play finish Nancy now where David or talk finish. You must have close to low time blow activation, close to straight. Or updated very important information by or leaders being presented. So you must try and all the best you know attending this meeting. Now you him updated information lo yaw blue yet yaw arim blue yet. No ken larim narapla arim na embago talking you time this misinterpretation lo message ya embago wrong lo yaw blue you. Now by karangi ting long this company. So more better you must try and best you long attending all meetings, update na RM one something will come up now. You must have arrested. You plan Nancy Toka cloud form na rain ready look down. You know next month and by this la market. So you may ready na start strong na you may look on something bakama. And this la. Plenty big plus something bakama by you may all founders long on by making inside the Papua New Guinea one time help him long Idaman Blumi Mr. Baka Verona all narplol or strong leader will carry me come through. Now if I look and find something will come up, but you still send it. But because something true emotion, you must start strong, volume strong now in one plan another plan now you mean going lo the time blue activation. Time blue activation too, but you need to help him one plan another plan. So you must stand up strong, attend the meeting. Now you may got Mati Digamon, Robin, Lin Nakamoto, Savanta Mipla, or Telegram group Mipla. You plus try more the best Mipla long come on every time no Telegram na looking all messages all ba posting. Online sleepy all ba start kirap now. Na you online stop long time no disla about time you play ready. Bay no nap to ko sa ma lari mo lol kirap you sleep gonna now so you kirap na mi ba wasting time mi no bay mi olim mo lol ketet na impog ko ngate. Am disla so. Yumi PNG yumi disla passing blow like in one plan na seri me am stop lo yumi. Mina na pull implant it to me let's just thank you to solo set online will contribute help him Nancy na contribute towards the cost flow Chris Johnson na mila strong yumi stop strong as soon as connect come out and me to me plus spread by me full swing long talking meeting blame me using product blame me at connect now by me full swing long small updates na conducting all trainings awareness na this like I know something even marketing to inside long a platform blame me at connect. I think I'm still me got me to thank you low you guys 451 inside lo PNG na online attending stop outside me to thank you straight to on. I think that's all from me, Robin. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you.
Oops, sorry. Thank you, Eman. That was wonderful. Thank you very much. Let's take it now to Arnold, please, if you'd like to unmute yourself. It's nice to see you on here with us.
Thank you. Thank you, Robin, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you. Firstly, thank you from the bottom of our hearts to our international friends who have a heart for PNG. Marty, Robin, Dan, Chris, Michaelis, Charles Olsong, Julie. Have I missed someone? Colin. Thank you for coming on this afternoon to be with us. You know, since I joined ONPASSIVE, we have been talking about dreams and magnifying our dreams. Of course, when we first joined, our dreams were more or less personal dreams to be met. And as we heard of making our dreams bigger, I think for us in ONPASSIVE, for us in Papua New Guinea, the bigger dream for us is to build our nation. You ask every founder in Papua New Guinea what they would want to do, all they would say is, we want to rebuild Papua New Guinea. We have seen what is happening to our country, and it is every brand ambassador's dream here in Papua New Guinea to build a country for the better for our citizens. And that is our biggest dream here on ONPASSIVE. And for us, we see ONPASSIVE as our ticket to building this country of ours. You know, though we said we will build the nation, and there's something about ONPASSIVE most of us really do not know. You know, I have been posting items on my small group. People perceive me as knowing more about ONPASSIVE, but really nothing. I know nothing of ONPASSIVE. You know, Marty's been saying that we know less than 1% of ONPASSIVE. I really know nothing about ONPASSIVE. All I can say is that ONPASSIVE will massively impact my life. It will massively impact my village. It will massively impact my province, and it will massively impact my country. That is all I can say for my members. You know, we know nothing about ONPASSIVE. There is something that I also have been telling my members too, and that is about, you know, our failure to be committed to ONPASSIVE. We've been giving reasons and blaming internet connectivity for our for not coming on to ONPASSIVE and giving a full commitment to ONPASSIVE. And most times people stay out of it, and when they come in, they come with issues. I have not experienced someone in my group who had been absent for some time and have come back onto ONPASSIVE and flawlessly moved into his or her back office or into OES. They've always experienced issues. And I've been telling them, even just now, before I came to the webinar, I told one of our members, this is the result of not you being tuned on to ONPASSIVE. You forgot your password. You couldn't log in. You're having issues. If you have been tuned into ONPASSIVE, you wouldn't have these issues. You would just log in very easily. So sometimes it is our lack of commitment to the business. And I think we've been told over and over by several speakers that ONPASSIVE is a real thing. It's a genuine business for us. It's a business of our lifetimes, of our children's lifetime, generations to come. But we have not shown commitment. And so we have failed in trying to keep ourselves in tune with what ONPASSIVE is doing. From my experiences too, I would probably say that in Papua New Guinea, there could be maybe 70 to 80% that are not connected to the business. I'm not too sure about the number we have. We may have already gone over 10,000 members in the country. Out of that, I would probably say 70 to 80% are not plugged in. And of that 70 to 80% that is not plugged in, maybe let's say 30% or 40% are not plugged in, not because of internet connectivity. No, it is just pure laziness. And it is because probably they don't have faith on ONPASSIVE, or they see that, oh, this will be going on, and I won't get to meet my dreams. They have reasons as such to not get tuned on to ONPASSIVE. It's not internet connectivity. I have members, those who I would call as users, my users. All of them are living in Mosby. I would probably say 99% of my members are living in Mosby. And again, out of that, maybe 20% have not gone into ONPASSIVE. They're not tuned on to ONPASSIVE. These are people living in Mosby. They have internet connectivity, and some of them have phones, have iPhone 14 Pro. Imagine a Samsung S23 Ultra, and they can't get onto ONPASSIVE. My word. And so it's not just the internet connectivity that is the issue here. It's maybe our commitment. So we have to relook at ourselves on whether we love ONPASSIVE, we trust ONPASSIVE or not. So, but anyway, I don't want to run all over the place. So I think what I have come to mention, I have stated. So I thank you again, all those who have come from far and wide to be with us this afternoon. When you come on, you give us that energy, that vibrations in our heart fires up again, and that drives us more to go out and encourage our members to come on. But anyway, thank you all, and I would like to also say thank you to our former speakers from the country who have come in and chipped in. Thank you. That's all.
Arnold,
that's it,
beautifully
Robin.
said. Absolutely, beautifully said. Thank you. You've definitely shed light on a situation that is occurring not only in PNG, but in many other countries as well. And I think this is the time that we all have to look at ourselves, make an attitude adjustment, and dig deep. We're in the final stretch of the run, of the sprint, of the race. Dig deep. We're nearly there, and we can do this all together. Thank you so much, Arnold. Mike, are you wanting to address something following Arnold, or would you like me to let Joanna go first and then you speak? which
No,
is
let me address Arnold real quick.
perfect.
Because he brings up a really good point. There are people that haven't made the commitment to ONPASSIVE. And the reason they haven't done that, they don't know what's coming. And I want to tell you what's coming, okay? And when people understand this, when the apples start to flow, they're going to look at it. Believe me, they're going to get committed very, very quickly. Our market in ONPASSIVE, it's not in the billions. It's in the trillions, okay? There are maybe 800,000 founders in ONPASSIVE today. All of that money, every penny of it goes through us, okay? I don't care who you are. When ONPASSIVE launches, when they launch the hard products, the products that people will be paying for, the amount of apples that are going to be flowing into ONPASSIVE is going to be staggering. There aren't enough superlatives to tell you what's going to be coming in. And I know we have people out there that have not made the commitment to ONPASSIVE yet. But believe me, those individuals that are sitting on the fence, that haven't migrated, that haven't done the things they need to do, they're going to see what's coming, and they're going to see it because of you all. The people that are committed are coming in and do what they need to do to be in ONPASSIVE and to actually participate with ONPASSIVE. As ONPASSIVE launches, you know, we've talked about two measly little products, and I say measly because there is so much more to ONPASSIVE. There's stuff to ONPASSIVE that we do not talk about because we can't right now. It's just, it'll just blow your mind. So when you talk about commitment, believe me, these individuals will get committed very, very quickly. I mean, very, very quickly, because the amount of apples that are going to be flowing in, you know, people talk about ONPASSIVE as if this is going to take 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 years to change people's life. It is not. People's lives are going to change day one. And I don't have to put a figure on that because each of us are different and that figure will change for each one of us. But believe me, I talked to one of my people the other day and he said, I have a couple of fence sitters. And I told him, listen, don't worry about that because we're going to kick them to the other side very, very quickly. And their head is going to be spinning. They're going to come in so quickly because of what Ash has set up, because of the structure of ONPASSIVE, because of what the founders are doing. And I want to say this, just this last thing. As founders of ONPASSIVE, as those individuals participating with ONPASSIVE, do not sell yourself short. We are ONPASSIVE. We have built ONPASSIVE. Yes, Ash Mufareh has done a wonderful job. And we couldn't do any of this without Mr. Mufareh and what he's done. But what we've done is extraordinary. The founding members of ONPASSIVE, those brand ambassadors, you are special. And where you are today, understand this, we are there. We're not waiting any longer. We are there. It's happening today. And the only thing I can recommend to people right now, you know, family is a wonderful thing. But if you don't talk to your family, you get left behind. Talk to your family, talk to the people on ONPASSIVE, find someone you can work with, find someone you can be close with, and then take this journey together. This journey is a very, very difficult journey to take on your own. I would not be here if it weren't for Marty and Dan. I wouldn't be here, 100%, wouldn't be here. You need to take this journey with someone, hook up with someone, and the next few weeks are going to be marvelous. So that's probably more than I should have said, Robin, but I needed to get in just very, very quickly. We're in a really good place, and it's now. This is your time. This is our time. That's it.
Mike, you're perfect. Absolutely perfect. I'm going to take one more step on top of that, because just as you started to speak, the visualization came to me to help our founders see this. How many trees are there in Papua New Guinea? It is an island full of trees. Forestation, forestry is one of the main industries there. Now, ONPASSIVE is the accumulation of all the leaves that fall off all the trees in Papua New Guinea. You understand going to a market and a sale and getting your commission now? And now you're going to understand how big ONPASSIVE is. Take all the trees in Papua New Guinea, let all the leaves fall, and that is how big ONPASSIVE is. So we are big. Realize this, people, we are huge. And then I just followed that on with Mike, that it's now and it's happening and we're just there. Don't give up. We're doing this together. Let's go now to, I think it's Joanna's turn, please. If you'd like to unmute and you'd like to talk to us this evening. And then Nathaniel will come to you. Just as Joanna's unmuting, we have 35 minutes left. This is a firm close in 35 minutes for PNG and also for the rest of the world. So if you would like to make a comment, we ask you please to do so by putting your hands up. And then we ask you to limit your message to about 60 seconds. We will endeavor to take PNG first. So if you've got your PNG in your name, we will bring you on first. And the rest of the world, we know you will understand, as this has been specifically for PNG tonight, to be able to talk and reconnect. And we then bring everybody else into the screen as well. Thank you. Joanna, can you unmute, please? All right, let's go to Nathaniel first. We'll come back to Joanna if she's able to unmute afterwards. Nathaniel, if you would unmute, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hi. Good afternoon, everybody from Mount Hagen. I am happy in the highlands of Papua New Guinea, PNG. Thought I would just pop in and say hello to every one of you. I think whatever needed to be said has been said. We are ready to have a blast with ONPASSIVE here. Bring it on, Team Mati Digamo, Team Dan and Mike. We are ready to rock on with ONPASSIVE. Thank you. I think that's basically enough for me.
Thank you, Nathaniel. Let's see if Joanna can unmute. Have you been able to get that to the system? Not yet. We'll come back to you, Joanna, in case you can still do it then. Lynn, if you'd like to unmute, please. We're now going to our international founders. If you'd like to start putting your hands up, we'll bring you onto the screen as well. We ask you please to limit your comments to 60 seconds now. Thank you. Hi, Lynn.
Hello. I'm setting my timer. Give me a second.
It's all right. You can just talk, Lynn. It's all right.
I don't want to go over time. Just wanted to say that this webinar has been very helpful, I think. Lots of information and inspiration. And I think that as long as we know what ONPASSIVE is going to do for us, and as long as we know that we can trust Mr. Mufara, that he is a visionary, that this business is divinely inspired and led, in my opinion. If we all trust that and believe that, we're going to have peace in our hearts. And I believe that we will have comfort, and that's what a lot of us need, is that confidence and comfort that things are going to be good. It's when we don't know exactly when the monetization is going to happen, but it's coming soon, and once we have that, all of us are going to enjoy what we call true freedom, which is time freedom and financial freedom. So I say to us all, including to myself, stay the course. Stay the course. Everything is going to be fine. As Oliver Fonte says, we are fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn. Joanna, if you can unmute, please. Still challenges there. Okay, let's go to Rob Gorman, please, if you'd like to unmute. Thank you.
I'm here. Let's see. I guess there I am. Just want to say it's an honor and a joy to be here with everybody this morning. Well, it is morning. I'm having trouble with time these days. I never know whether I'm coming or going. Lynn and I were both blessed to be at, if not every one of the Papua New Guinea webinars in the past, most. And we stand behind you folks from now till eternity. And anything that we can do as a team, husband and wife, partners, we're happy to do for you. And many of you in Papua New Guinea attend Roblin Live, and we're very grateful for that. And we will do, as I mentioned, anything we can to help. So if anyone needs any help at all with migration, with anything else within ONPASSIVE, please contact us through Lynn, as most of you have her contact information. So thanks for having us here. It's certainly an honor, and we love all of you in Papua New Guinea. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Norel, if you would like to unmute, please.
Hello, everyone. Norel Walk-On here from Australia. Oh my gosh, my heart is racing, not only because we see you all, but just to hear you all again has just brought inspiration, I'm sure, to every ONPASSIVian here, you know, and those who will listen to this. Remember, for those who are here, there will be many, many more who will listen to this recording. David, thank you for being who you are. And Nancy, powerful, Veronica, everyone who shared from PNG. I just want to take a little step back to when I first started with PNG and coming on to their webinars. You know, the hearts that were shared back then, they haven't changed. You know, you are all still here. You're all still wanting to be a change for your community, for your country. Remember that strength that you started with, because that's what will get you through, is the strength in unity. I always say together we are stronger. And that just doesn't mean PNG standing by themselves. It means us all standing together with the same vision that was handed down by our CEO, Mr. Ash. So thank you once again for having me here. I just wanted to share a little and just say thank you once again for putting this webinar together. We are all amazing. And I just want to say thank you once again. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you, Norel. John Barilla, if you'd like to unmute, please.
Yes, I would. Hello, everybody. And I just want to come on very quickly to say I've been inspired and touched by everything I've heard from the folks from Papua New Guinea tonight. And I just want to say that I've always been here. I never would miss a meetup with you folks in Papua New Guinea. And when I knew we were coming for one tonight, I was very happy to hear that. And I'm here for one reason, and that's to say hello and to say I support you. And I want to encourage all of you. And that's simply what I want to say. So thank you very much. And I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you, John. Jean, if you'd like to unmute yourself, please.
Hi, everyone. David, it is so good to see your face. Nancy, Veronica, everyone that has spoken tonight, you have lit a fire inside us, and that is your special gift. Papua New Guinea is going to be like an example to the world. I see a vision of your country revitalized, robust, lifting everyone up, not just the few, and it is just going to be a destination where people will get to see in person the beauty of the people of Papua New Guinea. And I feel so honored and privileged to know you, David, especially you, from our special connection. I feel privileged to have known Susan, and I just feel that the gift that you all have is unique in the world. And if all of you can come together as a unified group and get behind ONPASSIVE, the transformation will come more and more quickly, and then you will be able to share your unique gifts with the rest of the world, because nobody can do it like you do. No one has the hearts that you do, and that is we would be lesser people if we had not met you, and I say that for the rest of the world. They need to know you. And by you being the incredible leaders that you are, they will. And I'm so honored to be here. Nancy, you ripped me apart today. You're holding my heart in your hands right now. So thank you all so much. All of the leaders, international leaders that spoke today. So beautiful to see the family coming together. Thank you.
Thank you, Jean. Joanna, I think you've done it. You've unmuted yourself. Please come forward. What would you like to say? She's been having challenges in trying to get her mic to work. So we're going to keep coming back to her. In the meantime, we're going to go to Michael. Please, Dr. Dokup, if you would like to speak, just unmute yourself, please.
Hello.
There you are. We can hear you.
Okay. I'm calling from my clinic. I'm doing a private clinic in the private hospital here. So I'm just calling in to say hello to everybody. Thank you for this webinar. And I'd like to thank David Bakau, Veronica, and Nancy, and all the team members from Papua New Guinea who have made it possible for this to happen. And also our international speakers from Marty, Mike Ellis, and the team. Really, thank you. Thank you all for giving me this opportunity to sit in with you and discuss things about PNG and what ONPASSIVE has done. I'd like to firstly to explain to our international speakers and international panelists that about our PNG women. Our PNG women are quite tough. They are very resilient, and they can try to make ends meet by fed around for scratches and all this, and they're very resilient. Many of them are, in a cultural way, they are bred to live like that and to survive. When Nancy is talking and the emotions that she has expressed, it's the true emotion of what she is feeling, and it's the true emotion of us Papua New Guinea founders and those of us and how we are feeling now. What she has said is completely from her heart and from how she's feeling, and the hope that we have in ONPASSIVE. And what she has expressed is not something different from what all of us are now feeling at this time. And we'd like to thank S. Mufara and all the other adhere team and the team in Dubai and all the amazing people out there, the whole media team and all this. You have been truly great journey that you have come to, and now we're coming to the just about to the end of the journey and starting another new chapter. And we have been bugging ourselves on this. And David Bakau and his team of our PNG leaders like Vero and all this, they have been so good and so receptive in most of our founders there. Some who have been skeptical and all this, but for 4 years they have waited. I joined in about 2 years ago, and I'm not regretting any one bit. I'm so happy. All these new things are exciting. It's really exciting. I would like to speak in Pidgin to my fellow countrymen, our PNG founders, and I'd like to speak in Tok Pisin. Thank you through the Ibla staff na harim today. Online no kam na kisim sa tok sawe ba yumi mas tok mo tu. You just thinking the soul country blo yumi Papua New Guinea. Now stop also ne yumi it sawe. Government blo yumi stop also ne yumi it sawe. How all politicians will run in country, how public service come out, how business run yumi it sawe. When I can hard see me feeling yumi sawe. Me Dr. Boy na me was a walk long house sick. Na misa look at him all sick man, na misa look stop. Bloody so dial because no got medicine, bloody come late, bloody come long pani medicine tas already late because only no got money lo buy. So kind problem also come up me blogata. Long house sick tas all, but log schools na all law and order issue blame me and plenty too much. Now how we live? Tas all ONPASSIVE come now, I'm ONPASSIVE now, I'm open road blame me long. You can see no good one the family. Now this one me believe was a big blood door straight of all of you. Good plus and come up. A one blood blessing and plenty of blame so better long and stop long and come out. You make us talk. Think it through as Mufarena. Team long and Molly can walk him. All international speakers, people, Marty, Lynn, Rob, Chris, Mike Ellis. Now also line Redfern, all blah 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 along UK. Collins now and Mike all get a whole plenty spending time long todo one the Yumi Yumi too, my same respect. Yumi too, come join him all webinar same na arim totok law. Suppose you got question, you don't ask him, you can ask him. Suppose honey me Paul number you can work in meeting blue behind the time of making pani out good because this fly am wrote to me long country blue you long move forward and maybe need listen also. Me to thank you blog join him na me no total plenty more. Heavy blue me and you saw you find way long move now, you find way long sit on good, finding more solutions or live blah na beginning blue me blah na community blue me blah way blah along him now I'm on passive income stop. We talk thank you through David Bagao, you and late Mrs. Please Susan, we talk thank you blah. Thank you through Nancy, Toto Blue, I'm so all the time, so hot, I'm so firelight, I'm to thank you, I'm to thank you, must have been supporting you, now Sister Vero, strong lawyer, Mary Blue, players, we talk thank you very much, you, Toto Blue, now all the kind of encouragement, you. Now, all not blow founders, blue, on a PNC, blow leaders to right, people stop, we talk thank you. We don't have discouraged one blow man, looks like took time, but Miss how much to live blogger. One the last something me like talk long him. Internet one of something where sometimes are on and off now, maybe a problem. Number two, something maybe some using phone long him. Phone me kind of same, powerful phone, good block phone lo kissing good. Some run lo 2G, 3G na this block kind. Plan is something now internet and come up long a meeting or some one passive working. All products long him by run inside long all phones or by run lo 4G na 5G na about all same by catching more good information, good internet coverage. So you may stop long time now too. I'm good blood. You bring him some little points long side. Now ready stuff so that you can find him all good blood phone. Now work like one passive. That was something to update him phone blow you long over the software update so that all nubla something come up inside long all internet and especially long one passive. But you can capture him good. So little miss. So thank you truly. Back to the panel. I'd like to thank you for having me. It's been wonderful talking to you and listening to all of you this afternoon, and I'm so happy. Our greetings and regards everybody to S. Mufara and his beautiful family, and to the team at Hyderabad and the Dubai team. It's so exciting to see all these new excitements and new things coming up, and we're so happy. From PNG and from my little room here in this clinic, I say thank you to all of you, and I say God bless all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you, ONPASSIVE. Way to go now.
Thank you so much, Michael. Silas, if you would like to unmute yourself, please. You are still with us, I think. Silas? Or you bounced off? Okay. Silas, if you can come back on, we will take you in. But let's go to Gregory now, please. If you would like to unmute yourself, Gregory.
Thank you, Robin. I'd like to thank our international leaders, Marty, Dan, Mike, and also PNG leaders, David, Nancy, and Veronica. Mike, are you there? Mike?
We can hear you, Gregory.
Mike, you know what? You are the reason why I'm behind ONPASSIVE. When late Fred Lavaki gave me your video, I watched it and I just watched 1/4 of your video, and then I registered myself. And then when I told late Fred, Fred told me, "Can you wait and then we'll talk about it?" And I told him, "Fred, I've already registered myself." And you know the rest is history now. I cannot wait to transform my village, my province, and also PNG. I'm just I don't have anything to say about ONPASSIVE. I'm just glad that I'm with ONPASSIVE. There's no place like ONPASSIVE. That's all.
Thank you, Gregory. That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Gregory, you're the reason I do the video.
Yes.
It was for you. It really was. And because of that, your life will change, and the people around you, their lives will change. And that's priceless. It really is. And I know Marty and Dan will say the same thing. That's
Thank you
it,
so
Robin.
much.
Mike. Thanks, everybody. Let's go now to Moses, please, if you would like to unmute. We're now on 8 minutes to the end of everybody being able to make a contribution, and we will then have closing words from David, and then we will wrap up this webinar. So Moses, if you would like to say something, please. Hi, Moses, we can hear you. No, Moses, something's happened. Hold on, we don't hear you now. Okay, Moses, we'll come back to you in just a few moments. Let's ask Nielsen if he would like to unmute and say something, please. Moses, please check your audio and see if you need to go out and come back in maybe, or check your speakers if you would, please. Nelson, I just lost my track. Gregory, please, if you'd like to unmute yourself and speak. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yes. It was for you, really was. And
Can someone guide me to who's speaking? Because I'm not hearing just a bit of
Robin,
a garble.
I believe it was Nelson next. Gregory has already spoken.
Everybody will be able to make a contribution. Okay, so Nelson, can you speak a bit? Can you speak up a little bit, please? We can't hear you clearly.
Hi, everyone.
There you go.
Can you hear me? Okay. I will be only using microphone here. Okay, I just wanted to thank God for those PNG leaders, especially for my good brother-in-law David Bakau, including Veronica and Nancy Yangavi, for all the good job that you message.
Nelson, you keep muting. Please unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now?
There you go. Yes.
Oh, okay. I would just thank Arnold for his loud message clearly that we Papua New Guineans, we must not make an excuse that we don't have internet connections. All right. Sometimes use those phones and get into the webinars and try to listen and understand what is going on. And if you try to rush and come and go inside to try to ask questions, it is too late for you. We have leaders out there, David Bakau, Nancy Yangavi, our lawyer there, Veronica. Everybody is there for you guys to consult them. So thank God that Mati Degamo, as we call him, our grandfather for this business in Papua New Guinea, he's there to correct everybody. So please. Oh. Okay, I just wanted to thank God for those being the leaders.
You're muted again. Okay, Nelson, thank you very much. I think the troubles are working against you this time, but we heard that part of your message. I'm going to move on and see if Moses can say something. I think you're unmuted at this time. Moses, would you like to speak? And we cannot hear you. You might need to check your microphone. We can see you. I like the pink top, but we can't hear you. Okay, Ivy, you've been waiting patiently. Thank you for letting the PNG founders go first in their webinar. Moses, I'll come back to you again in a moment if you can adjust your own audio. Ivy, if you'd like to say something, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, let me, they first, yeah. Let him go for it. Was he talking?
No, Nelson has finished. We've now trying to get Moses connected. And if he cannot connect right now, we'll come back to him. Ivy, it's your turn, please.
Okay.
We're down to 5 minutes to talk, so I know we want to get those who've come onto the screen done.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the people of Papua New Guinea. I admire your strength very much. And I just wanted to say that God is where he's going. That is who God is. He's not where he was or where he is where he's going. And Ash has always led us. Ash has always led us to where he's going. And he has never failed us. He has led us from nothing to something. So we have to keep that confidence that he's going to take us to where we don't know and where we belong. So I really thank Nancy for your strength and everybody that you've spoken. Just stand in the belief that all of us are where we are going. And where we are going, like Mike Ellis said, is a better land. So I really admire your confidence. And I also just wanted to say, look at all of us here standing in faith. The energy and the power of our mind is too strong. This thing is not going to fail. The power of your mind, my mind, and the power of who brought us here is too powerful for it to fail. Nothing is going to fail. So I just want to say thank you, and we stand with you. And I just want to rebuild our confidence that God is confident and he's where he's going. Always remember, God is where he's going. Ash is where he's taking us. He's never failed us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ivy. Moses, let's see if we can get you one more time to try. I'm going to do something else. Let's see if we can get you to unmute. There you go.
Okay, Robin, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Good, thank you. Okay, first of all, sorry, I don't have much to say, but first of all, I just want to thank all the overseas guests who are here joining us tonight. I know it's late in your area where you are tuning in from. Some of you are late in the evening, but thank you for making a time available to join us here during this meeting. We applaud you for your commitment and time to come and share, encourage, and motivate us in our business. I'm connecting on a small 16-inch TV screen. I have some of my founders here with me. I'll just share my screen, and maybe you can see the people in the background. I'm not sure whether my screen is on or not. My video is on or not.
Not yet. I'm just checking to see if we can do it through a different way.
I just want to share my screen so you can see the founders at the background. We all connected on a small 16-inch TV screen, and
we see you now.
Okay. As you can see behind me.
There we go. Everybody wave to each other.
It's all founders.
There you are.
We all connecting on a small 16-inch TV screen, and
beautiful,
watching the video.
That's wonderful. The world is waving to you.
All right, thank you, Robin. I don't have much to say, but I just want to thank.
Thank you, Moses. You've just gone off again, so we'll let you go with all the people you're with. I'm going to ask Masigo to please unmute yourself. You've got 60 seconds if you have anything you'd like to add to this evening.
Sorry.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Good morning from Norway. I will not show my face. It's early in the morning here, but I've been listening to the webinar, and every leader utters words of motivation. So we are motivated here. not only PNG. But I would like to say to PNG, you are just great examples, actually, to many of us. Nancy, Arnold, David, all of you, Moses. You're just great examples. See what Moses has just done, showing us the group, attending with him. That is not easily done in many other countries. So PNG has got so many leaders with great hearts, and they have got a purpose in life. They know what they want to pursue. And our leader, Mr. Ash Mufara, has always said, it takes one heart to change the world. It takes a good leader to pull others up. It does not take money. It takes the heart. So we believe that even though, as Mike said, when people see the apples, they will come, it will be because of the good leaders. And we are so happy to hear that internet is not such a big problem. So we believe that because ONPASSIVE is a digital company, many then will benefit easily from ONPASSIVE. I've attended many of PNG webinars, including the one of Bless, where Nancy and others were showing the video of that small community. There is such great need within PNG. And we are so glad that we've got passionate leaders who've got a purpose in life, who are committed to changing their country, they even sound like activists. So we see a revolution in PNG. So really, kudos to you guys, and thank you, leaders, for your great words. Listening to you always lifts us up. I always attend Rob and Lynn this time in the morning, but now I'm missing it a lot. But yes, we'll catch up, Lynn. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Masigo. Vital, if you'd like to unmute yourself, please. You're down to the last founder from International for this evening. 60 seconds, please.
Okay, thank you so very much, Robin, for allowing me to speak in this forum. And I want to say to all the wonderful women in this forum, happy International Women's Month. To you all. Nancy, you're an amazing lady. And I really appreciate all the vigor and the vim and vivacity that you bring to this group. And I look at Papua New Guinea, PNG. The P stands for passion, practice. You succeed, you must practice, practice, practice. And I really lift my hat to you. And in the end, just avoid negativity. Keep them out of your environment, especially negative people, and you will succeed. And the G stands for goal. Set your goals, then aim high, higher, and higher. Thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you so much, Vital. We have a very special founder who holds PNG in his heart very dearly. And I'm doing my best with the help of Chris and Marty to bring him to the panel now. He's indicated that he will speak. And I'm hoping that if we're able to get him on, he will honor that. So our dear Mr. Bill Must, for the first time, would you please unmute yourself and speak to PNG? This means the world to them for you to be on here with them and to be on here with us. Please unmute, Bill. All right. Sadly, Bill will not be speaking. It's very, very sad. I tried. Sorry, everybody. David, we're now wrapping up. This is for you, please, to close up for your founders in Pidgin, if you would like to. And then we will do final comments to say goodbye to everybody. This has been a phenomenal webinar. David, please unmute. It's for you to say goodnight now. We cannot hear you, David. No, something's not connected. No, there's nothing coming through. Maybe unplug your. I tell you, my colleagues at work would never believe me talking techie halfway around the world these days. At least I have a little idea of what to suggest to people to do now, way more than I could ever do before. We've lost you, David. No.
Robin, you want me to close it out?
I'm going to ask you please to say your farewell, and then I will just do the final words.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anyway, thank you, David. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Like I said, we will. I will make sure that I feed more information into your Telegram group. Seems like it's easier for communicating there. I will put it into all the groups, anything that comes up. Keep your eyes open, because I would expect a webinar or something from Mr. Mufara this week. Things are going to be moving very, very fast. So tell everybody, get ready, because it's only going to get hotter, faster, and better. And I appreciate everybody coming. We came here to support you, but you've done so much for us in return, as always. Anyway, thank you very much. Thanks for the speakers. Thanks for everybody that showed up. Over 400 people at 1 o'clock in the morning. Not too shabby, as some people would say. Anyway, thank you. We'll get together again. I love you all. That's why we're here. And you are in a good place, much better than you could imagine. Thank you very much and good night.
I, Tanim, talk English. Go long talk pising long yupla. Thank you, true long yupla, kam long hia. Good night, everybody. Thank you from around the world to PNG. We love you, and we will be with you again soon. Good night, everybody. Take care. Stay safe.
Bye. Good night.
Good night, good night, good night.
Good night.
Good night from Florida.